Hey guys, how are you? Welcome into a Sunday morning edition of the Daily Juice podcast with me, Matt Perrault, at Sports Talk Matt on Twitter, at BettingPros for BettingPros on Twitter, the YouTube video, search BettingPros Daily Juice. You'll get the video portion of this podcast audio wherever you get your audio podcasts. BetMGM, always the title sponsor of this pod. We got a bunch of cool things coming this week. We got new sponsors coming on this week. Big announcements coming at you. $10 bet to win $150, juice $150 with that promo code to sign up with BetMGM. Okay, so winning day yesterday, even though we went 2-2 because of our plus 140 UFC parlay that we hit. That was beautiful. So a 2-2 day is profitable. Not huge, but it is profitable here as we get to a very big day. All right. 1, it's Selection Sunday. 2, we are launching, announcing, rolling out the second annual Daily Juice fundraiser with Sweet Seas Bakery in Illinois for us to raise money for the Ronald McDonald House. Very, very cool. And number 3, well, I'll save the bracket challenge. We have a bracket challenge that's coming out that's really cool. And there's so many things to talk about and get into it. I don't want to totally overwhelm you guys with a bunch of stuff, but let me get the talking points out so I can say this properly as to what we are doing, okay? There is a March Madness bracket contest that will start on Sunday night tonight. It's a free bracket contest. It's bettingpros.com/bracket. $2,500 in prizes from FanDuel for the top 20 scores in this bracket challenge. Additionally, Pristine Auction is involved. We're giving away first place a Shaquille O'Neal signed Lakers jersey. Second place is a Giannis signed Bucks jersey. Third place is a John Calipari signed Kentucky Wildcats jersey. And the top Daily Juice listener will also win a signed Dennis Rodman Bulls jersey on top of anything else that you have won. If a Daily Juice listener has the top overall score, they'll win a FanDuel credit, a signed Shaq jersey, and a signed Rodman jersey. There will be other Daily Juice swag available as well. It's important to note that Daily Juice listeners should use the link that will be tagged as Juice listeners, bettingpros.com/bracket, okay? bettingpros.com/bracket. So that goes today, okay? That launches today, for a very cool thing. FanDuel, title sponsor, Pristine Auction involved as well. Money and gear and fun, tons of fun stuff, okay? bettingpros.com/bracket for that. We're rolling out the fundraiser, okay? So you guys know that my daughter was in the ICU in Houston, and her mom and I had a chance to spend a bunch of time at the Ronald McDonald House. It's an incredibly important charity to me. We raised $5,000 last year. The goal is to raise $5,000 again. Okay, so here are the specs. Here's what's going to happen with TJ and Cecilia at Sweet Seas Bakery. You go to Sweet Seas with an S, bakery.com. Okay, sweetseasbakery.com. Front page of the logo, Daily Juice fundraiser. You click on it, okay? We are selling packages of 2 big cookies and 6 smaller cookies, okay? You're going to get those. They're going to send everything today, all right? So it's important to them that they get the stuff out fast and you get the cookies that are fresh and you get to enjoy them properly, okay? $20 per order. You can order more, 3, 4, 5, whatever you want to order, okay? We are trying to raise $5,000. To do that, it's $20. Half of the money of that $20 goes to the charity, okay? Other half is, work, getting it done, raw goods, raw material to make the cookies. Because look, shipping is not included in that because of the shipping costs have gone through the roof. Have we all seen, right? Everything is more expensive. It's more expensive to make stuff. It's more expensive to ship stuff, okay? So $20, half of that money goes to the charity. Yes, you have to pay extra for shipping. I understand that's somewhat frustrating, but it's the world we live in right now. So if you order multiple orders, it's obviously cheaper on shipping, right? So you can go ahead and it's basically, I think we kind of calculated out that it's like $12 and then $15. So like it would be, if you did one order at $20, that would be $32 total. If you did 2 orders, that would be $55 total to go on out. 500 orders raises $5,000. Okay. We hit 5 million listens last night. 5 million. First year we did this, okay? It was 1 million from July 2020 up until March of 2021. That was 1 million. From March 2021 to March 2022, we've done 4 million listens to the Daily Juice podcast. 4 million. It's unbelievable. And that does not include YouTube, by the way. So we average about 1,500 views a day on YouTube. So take that and go ahead and whatever you want to do. So we're way over, but the listens to the Daily Juice podcast yesterday hit 5 million. It's an unbelievable number, 5 million. So to celebrate the 5 millionth listen to the Daily Juice podcast, we're raising money for the Ronald McDonald House $5,000 goal. That's 500 orders is the goal for us to hit this. We are so excited to do this. We're rolling it out here on Selection Sunday. We're going to go for the entire week, through the first week of the NCAA tournament. Picks and plays and fun. And every day I'll remind you about sweetseasbakery.com. sweetseasbakery.com. Go there, bam, click on it, and we are off and running for the fundraiser. Definitely show me pictures when you guys get your cookies. We're going to 2-day them, so you're going to get them fast, okay? Order it, get the cookies made, boom. When you got them, show me. One's going to be a basketball. One's going to be a 5 million listened cookie. And other cookies as well that they say they're awesome cookies. Okay, this is really good stuff that they've got at Sweet Seas Bakery, but they're stepping up to do this for us. TJ and Cecilia are both big diehard Daily Juice listeners, and they're doing this for us. And it's in the family to raise money for the Ronald McDonald House. We raised $5,000 last year. Let's do $5,000 again this year here for an awesome, awesome cause. Starting today, let's go on a Selection Sunday. Okay, so that's the business side. Let's get to the pick side. Sorry, I know I've gone here for 7 minutes. Try to get that out of the way fast as possible. But remember about the bracket contest that starts tonight. BettingPros.com/bracket. That's important. And SweetSeasBakery.com to go and raise money, help us raise money for the Daily Juice fundraiser to raise money for the Ronald McDonald House. Okay, I just got home from the Big West final. It was fun. Long Beach up against Cal State Fullerton. It was cool. End of the game. Crazy ending. Cal State Fullerton up by 1. Long Beach with the ball. They couldn't get a shot off. Didn't have any timeouts. They just threw the ball around and couldn't get a shot off. It was crazy. 1 point win. Cal State Fullerton's going to go to the dance. They'll be a 16 seed. They'll get killed by somebody. But you got a couple of bigs down low. Decent team. Well coached. Long Beach had many chances to win that game. Their guards, great guard play. But sometimes you just have a guy who eventually wears you down, and that's what happened. They just didn't have any size down low, and eventually rebounding wound up getting the win for Cal State Fullerton. Fun game. But we have more tickets to be punched here today for us. 3 bets I'm going to make today. I may have more, but for right now, 3 bets on the conference finals, okay? So let's start in the Big Ten with Purdue and Iowa, and I'm a little bit, I don't want to say stunned, but I'm a little bit surprised at this because if you look at what KenPom, and I'm not saying KenPom is the end-all be-all, but KenPom has Iowa Purdue, which should be a hell of a game in the Big Ten. Hell of a game in the Big Ten. As an 81-80 win for Iowa. He likes Iowa to win this game. It is right now, Purdue -2. So it's 1 possession, either or. I don't have a great feel for the side in this game, but the total is 148, okay? KenPom has this as 161. That is a monster discrepancy. Now, everyone is saying bet unders here for conference play, conference championship games, right? Bet under. Well, I just watched a game that flew over. It was 133. Game went into the 140s. Just flew over. Live numbers were 133.5, 135, 138, 139, 140. All got clipped. All of them. You could have laddered the entire total for the Long Beach Big West final. So I'm betting over. Over 148. Purdue and Iowa. Yeah, jump shooting teams. I think Iowa will push pace. Sure, it's the Big Ten. It could be a grinder of a game. but Ken Pom normally is pretty good with this stuff. And I don't have like 1 or 2 points of value here. I've got 13 points of value based upon what Ken Pom thinks this game's going to be. He thinks it's going to be a complete and total shootout. Even if it's not, if it's just like a 75 to 74, I guess 77 to 75 game, we get there. Now, I mean, yeah, we may be sitting there sweating it out, but I'm betting over half a unit Purdue and Iowa. I'm going over 148 for Purdue and Iowa in the Big Ten title game. I'm going to buck the trend that everybody's got where they're saying, here we go, here we go, here we go. You know, here we go with going unders. But here we are. I am going to bet one under today, though, and that is Houston against Memphis. This is in the American Championship game here today. Man alive, I have bet Houston to win and cover against Memphis twice, and I have lost twice. I'm learning my lesson. I am not coming back here. I am not going to. It's only 3.5. Okay, numbers now 4 actually. Numbers to 4. Memphis +4. Ken Pom has this as a 7-point win for Houston. I'm just not going to step in front of Memphis here. I just don't. Memphis has played really well. They beat SMU by 7. They beat Central Florida big in the first round. And look, I know Houston on paper is the better team, but maybe they just have Houston just is not going to be able to match up well against Memphis. And maybe Memphis just has their number. And I mean, Houston hasn't beaten a good team in a really long time. If I had to bet this, I would bet Memphis +4. Okay, I probably would have a personal play on Memphis +4 here in this game. But watch me bet a side, and then Houston's going to go off and rout them. What I am going to bet is the under. Even though technically 140 is what Ken Pom is putting this at, it's 133.5. So you have 6.5 points of value, but this is where I do actually think that tired legs come into play here. And I think it could be an ugly game between these two. I think Houston would rather play an ugly game. I think they'd rather slow it down and not play up tempo. Memphis wants to push tempo, but you know, how will Memphis shoot today? How will Memphis look? I'm going to go under 133.5 here for Memphis and Houston for a half a unit in the American Athletic Conference final here. And finally, to the SEC championship game. What a run for Texas A&M. What an incredible performance. What an incredible end of the year here. I know Tennessee is playing really, really well, and maybe I'm not a believer. I don't buy in yet. A&M is 14-7 ATS against the SEC. 19-13 Tennessee, just 11-9 against the SEC for Tennessee. They come in with a huge win. They've covered the last 2. They beat Mississippi State by 7.5 point favorites in the first round, won by 13. They were catching 3 against Kentucky. They won by 7. But man, you look at A&M right now, they've won and covered 7 consecutive games. They are on fire. Buzz Williams has this team playing so well. They're 11-6 ATS on the road this year. I got 6.5 points. It's over 2 possessions. We bet Creighton +7 yesterday, and that came in, or I bet it, and it came in. Similar logic here. I like over 6. It's important. Do not bet this at 6, but 6.5, 7, or higher. I'm going to take Texas A&M here. Give me the Aggies. I think this is a one-possession game, one way or the other here. Could very easily see A&M win this game and punch their ticket. This is going to be a lot of fun. You look at this matchup so far. Tennessee at home was an 11-point favorite earlier in the year against A&M, and they won by 10. So they have played once, and it was a win at Tennessee. But Tennessee at home, very different. Okay, very good at home, different team. And look, you have an 8-2 ATS team in A&M over the last 10. 5 in a row. Is it 7 in a row? They've won and covered. I don't think legs are going to be a problem. They looked completely great against Arkansas. You beat Florida, you beat Auburn, you beat Arkansas. I know people are saying, 4 games in 4 days. What do they have left? Can they have the magic? I think Buzz Williams did a great job of keeping these guys healthy and keeping these guys fresh for the game against Arkansas. I'm not concerned here. I think they may run out of gas late in the game and lose. I'm taking 6.5. Texas A&M +6.5 for a half a unit here in the SEC championship game. Okay, so 3 bets for you guys, half a unit plays on all of them. Let's have another good day. I may add throughout the whole day as we roll here with different bets and plays. Discord channel, obviously, Discord bet did not hit, by the way, so it missed for the first time in 3 weeks. But that was fun. We had almost 140 people joining us on the Discord channel chat on Saturday morning. That was a lot of fun. So that was cool that we had that. But look, I think people are overvaluing tired legs a little bit, but we'll see. I mean, I like the over here in Purdue and Iowa, over in the Big Ten title game, under in the American, and I'm taking plus 6.5 for A&M against Tennessee for a half a unit. Sweet C's with an S, sweetc'sbakery.com. Click on the Daily Juice fundraiser tab. Go order some cookies. Let's raise some great funds, money for the Ronald McDonald House. Let's hit our goal, 500 sales for $5,000 for our 5 millionth listen to the Daily Juice podcast. And then also the bracket challenge with FanDuel and Pristine Auction, bettingpros.com/bracket for you guys to get in, win money, prizes, all sorts of fun and cool stuff coming up here for us. It's a busy time of the year. Podcast is rocking. It's been a ton of fun. I'll talk to you guys in the Discord channel with more picks and plays as we get into Selection Sunday here for the NCAA tournament and more. My name is Matt Perrault. Follow me on Twitter @SportsTalkMatt each and every morning. It's Daily Juice Podcast, always being brought to you by BetMGM.